Everyone, welcome to another Pokemon card opening video. I just had my tournament yesterday, so I wanted to show that off, but I'm also going to make an announcement before I do any opening right now. I'm sure some of you aware that for America at least, YouTube is going to start implementing a sort of age check thing using AI. The AI is not the worst of it, unfortunately. But you're basically going to have to give them their phone number if you live here in the US so they can verify your age, which I wouldn't mind, except have they not heard of the Jamaican lottery scam? Seriously. And that's part of what the worry is with just having the phone number for verification. And that's not even the only thing you have to do for this, because this is just to make sure you're over 13, remember. And apparently you can't have a phone number until you're 13, which I would like to debunk because I was 12 when I got my first phone. This was back in the day, mind you. Anyway, besides third parties selling your information and YouTube not having the best security, they also want you to, if they think that the phone number is going to someone who's younger than 13 or is a teenager and they don't want to get to the more graphic stuff, we'll just say, you have to show a photo ID of some sort, or even just a photo. Have they not heard of deepfakes? But again, personal information on the ID, oof. Anyway, you can understand just from that why I am not so happy with YouTube at the moment. But also, this has the potential to be used for serious censorship issues. Like, if they even think you are under 18, they're going to make you watch stuff that's meant for under 18. Like, you can't access those other pages. And considering how I look, even with the makeup and jewelry on right now, I'm going out to lunch later, so dressing up a little bit for a nice restaurant. Yeah, I'm probably still going to get marked down as being a teenager looking like this. Because, again, AI. AI is not always accurate. It's data in, data out. So whatever you put in, it's going to use to spit out its info. But anyway, why am I talking about all this when I'm just a card opening channel? Basically, people in America have decided that we're going to boycott YouTube. Yeah, that means we're not going to be watching, not going to be posting, starting Wednesday, tomorrow by the time I'm posting this, because I plan to post the same day, so you're not going to see any edits, meaning, oh boy, is this going to look a hot mess compared to my usual videos. But my point is that I'm probably going to be not on YouTube until they either get rid of that type of age verification or something else happens, which is what a lot of other people in America are going to be doing. Because we've seen how it worked so well for the UK. Hey, don't even want to go there. But I figure I'd at least leave you guys with one final video. And since it may end up being my last opinion on how YouTube works, I'm going to not only show off what I got at the tournament, but also open a few blisters, because I figured they'll be easy to open and quick to show off to you guys. Now, first, of course, we got the promo for Worlds because, of course, this was to celebrate Worlds happening, and it's this weekend, not the last one, I found out. I also found out that the older cards that I was hoping that I could use because we were going to try and do a fun random deck battle wasn't allowed, along with a lot of the EXs and certain Pokemon that were being used in Worlds because they are way overpowered. I'm thankful for that because it at least gave me a chance to do well. I actually did well with a random Team Rocket deck someone made. Okay, but another promo, well, one of 4 that he was passing around, or I think it was 4. Yeah, I chose Feraligatr because I like the artwork here. This was one of the illustration contest winners. And I think you can see why. It is so pretty. And that has its own issues with AI, from what I remember. But again, I'm just happy for the pretty card. But I also got a pack of Searching Sparks, which I'm going to go ahead and open right here. Okay, code card for you guys. One from the back. We have Water Energy, Dino, who did not help me when I did the Hydreigon deck that someone made. Flittle, Blitzel, Strudel. You got Paldean Tauros, Brush Six. I can never say her name or his. Turtonator. Cofagrigus is our first reverse. Then we got Registeel. It might work better for the Hops deck I have. And then we got Tien Pao. Not too bad for that one. Now I'll go ahead and show off what I plan to open blister-wise. Yep, I got a blister each of Black Bolt and White Flare. We'll go ahead and open both of these off camera really quick. Well, as off camera as I can do this. Yeah. Arthur, you are still not getting anything. You overate yesterday and ended up not doing so well earlier. I've got Arthur at my feet right now, hoping that he'll get something as usual. Because that's just how he is. Okay, now you move. I guess he didn't like me talking about him on camera. Which fair, my sister doesn't like me talking about her either. Ooh. As I said, I'm not going to be editing this. I'm going to be sending it straight to you for today. So you at least have one final video before the boycott starts. So that doesn't mean I'm not going to stop opening Pokemon. I'm going to stop opening Pokemon cards. And I'm sure that captions are not going to be loving you guys with this video either. Hey. So I'm going to at least take this as an opportunity for a break. I've been feeling a little overstimulated the last few days as work starts coming up. And all of the video making hasn't helped. Because it's a lot of work, even if you're using AI for the captions. And do minimal editing like I do. And by minimal, I mean like adding music, cutting out the long breaks between opening the packs and showing off of the cards. It can be exhausting at times. So again, this will probably also just be like a break from me making videos. Though I still plan to open Pokemon cards. Because whatever happens on YouTube, that is not going to stop. Plus, we got cool stickers like this and some of these blisters nowadays. And I think they'll make for a nice collage idea I have for a button tin that I have that I want to decorate. Taking some ideas from Mariah Elizabeth and her channel. Maybe I shouldn't be promoting when we're going to be boycotting. I don't even know what she's doing. I just know that I have a few American viewers, probably more than a few, and that I'm probably not going to have as many people watching anyway, so might as well just take time away from YouTube just so I can chill, reset my emotions here, I guess. But for now, let's just enjoy this Uniclus. I keep doing weird pronunciations here. It is definitely a pretty promo alongside Goffadel here. Like I said, there's not going to be any music, not going to be any edits, so you got to put up with my boring tone of voice. But man, these are pretty. Okay. I'm just looking at some of the attacks here because Goffadel has a new, pretty cool ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may have your opponent shuffle their hand into their deck and draw 3 cards. Kind of disrupts their playstyle, I'll say. Then for Uniclus, for each of your bench Pokemon, this is for Cellular Ascension here, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put that onto that Pokemon to evolve it. Then shuffle your deck. Kind of goes along with the couple of Team Rocket decks I saw. One was about Nidoking and Nidoqueen. And the one I played was focused on your very basic Tyranitar and Ampharos. And basically just keeping the Pokemon that your opponent plays, well, they can still evolve, but you got to keep knocking them back with the evolution so that they're forced to like pay a toll. Okay, and the other attack on Uniclus is Evil Lariat. Does 40 more damage for each of your evolution Pokemon in play. So yeah, if you're doing an evolution deck, then this would probably work. Okay, now we'll go on to White Flare because you were probably tired of me talking about the attacks and what I was playing, doing when the tournament was going on. Ooh, Hollow Energy already. So we've got Swaddle, or Seawaddle, I mean, Vanillite, Purloin, Lillipup, Energy Retrieval, could use that a few times. Then Sock, Watchhog. Okay, I had to double check really quick. This is a Pokeball Vanillite. So already got something to look at later. Then we got a reverse Zoroark. And another Jellicent EX. I have gotten you twice already in the previous opening. And I'm also not, again, doing prices here because already I would have a lot of editing to do, and I'm not editing this video. Okay, moving on to the next one. I'm also not going to do a recap at the end like I usually do because, again, that would be a long pause I'd have to talk through, and again, I'm not very good conversational-wise, which is not uncommon when you're on the spectrum, and that's another reason why I think I'm needing a break, because, again, overstimulation, changes, and boy, is this going to be a big change with YouTube. But just also stress in general. Okay, we got Lampent, Fearling, Mainfu, Mainshao, okay, right after the other. Then we got Scrafty, and a Watchog. And then a reverse Watchog. Oop. You guys just noticed that, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What the hey? Why is it that on the last video that I'm going to do for this channel, unless YouTube changes, did I finally pull one of the rarest cards in this effing set? Sorry for the language, but seriously, we pulled the secret rare Red Victini out of the White Flare set. I mean, this is like, I'm trying to remember what the pull rate is, but like 1 in 500, and I haven't even gotten a tenth of that. Okay. This is where you guys are going to have to look up the current price, because as it is, it keeps going up and down worse than a stock market crash. And people who've learned history were probably understanding what I'm talking about. And it didn't crash that bad, the Pokemon card prices, I mean, but you get how I feel. Does this mean I need to start dressing up if I want to get good cards? Sorry, I'm just like, this can't be real. But as far as I can tell, it is. Again, how? Why? Okay, I don't think we're going to top that with either of these, but I'm going to go ahead and go for these. Ugh. You know, the editing I could do if I was doing that. Okay, like I said, not editing this video, so you're going to see and hear basically every reaction, every mess up, and no music. Okay, we got Dewat, Swana. I don't even want to think about what the YouTube AI is going to pick for a thumbnail. Again, I'm just not doing anything really other than the basics because, again, some things you don't need. And Buffalant, I guess we had to have one more. And this one was one of the banned cards for when I did the tournament yesterday because, again, it's being used in Worlds and it is apparently overpowered, which I can understand on the Gold Breaker. I mean, you're usually going to try and play this against an EX. And in the ability, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. So, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, and that's it for White Flare. Yikes. Already quite a number of pulls. I guess I'll just quickly show them off here, though I'm already like, why bother? This is going to be quite amazing on its own. Like, okay, Pokeball. So I guess we get one per blister, maybe. Jellicent, Buffalant, Reuniclus is the promo here, and I forgot I put Gothitelle in this one. Then we got freaking Victini. I am going to have a serious talk with you later. Anyway, we still have the Black Bolt, so don't go anywhere just yet. I am mostly just like, what the bleep? Sorry, I am just like, again, a lot going on, and this is going on. So now we got Servine, Axew, Cupchew, Snivy, Cryogonal, Pokegear 3.0, Simipour, and our Pokeball for this one is Darumaka, followed by a reverse Darumaka. Well, it is a smaller set, and I think I just saw something behind that. No, I was just imagining it. It was just a hollow bear tick. Whew. Okay, I'll show this off again really quick, even though I'm not putting the price up, just so you can see the looks. And I feel like with this set, I have to worry more about there being fakes because of just, I mean, with this one, there's not really much going on. It's just a foil with Pokeballs on it. But it's got the 2 layers, so it's real as far as I can tell. But then again, maybe Pokemon, at least in America, is not doing so good on the quality just to keep up with demand. Considering what happened with prismatic evolutions, although that was a different issue. Oh, hollow water energy. And then we got Minccino, Timber, Petilil. We've got Antique Cover Fossil, Cryogonal. Then we got Electric, or Electric, I mean. Musharna. Temple is our first reverse. Then a Snivy. And from there, Victini again, but this time a normal hollow Victini. Ugh. Yeah, you can understand why I thought I wasn't going to be getting that. Seriously, leave it to me to pull the chase card. And final pack for who knows how long with this channel. Okay, it looks like I gotta make this quick because my timing's off as usual. One from the back. Steel Energy, Survivin, Cover Fossil, Duosin, Dynamo, and Steph, I'll call you later. Crustle, Ends Plan, Lilligant, and we've got another Pokeball this time, Dwebble. I guess the minimum one. Then Reverse Cover Fossil, and then Genesect EX. Okay. Like I said, I'm just going to show it off really quick so you can read it for yourself if you guys pause the video here. I'd say subscribe or leave a like and comment, but like I said, this is probably going to be my final video for I don't know how long. But I am just hoping you guys, at least wherever you are in the world, still have fun with Pokemon. Just enjoy your day and try and look on the bright side of everything where you can. The world's already a pretty dark place, and Pokemon is just at least for me, add a little brightness to it. And try and make friends with other players because it's easy when you're on the spectrum. Until whenever I next upload, if I don't, thanks for watching. Bye.